Monday. We're here to do a reading, card reading. Hope you got your question ready. I'm sure you have your question ready. You always have your questions ready. I'm going to pull 2 cards, ask yourself a question, and then decide if you're going to go with card number 1 or card number 2. Before we get into the cards, just a reminder that I'm doing a free class tonight, a free webinar, how to let go of past relationships without feeling hurt. We are going through a tremendous time of healing right now. There's so much energy around healing and letting go. So it's a perfect time to do something like that. A lot of you have been reaching out to me, asking me questions about how you let go of relationships that are not right for you, but that you keep, kind of going back and forth and all those things. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to teach the class. We're going to make it happen. So it's happening tonight at 8 o'clock. The link to register is in my profile. Just link there, and you're going to see it's the first thing. It says how to let go. So sign up. It's free. I would love to spend an hour with you today and go through that stuff. We're going to do some energetic healings. It's going to be great. So excited to have you. All right. So let's go ahead and pick your card. All right. I'm going to pick card number 1. Home. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh, sorry, we're using the goddess cards today. Yes. Okay, your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Okay, so this is this is about home, and we're also in Cancer season, which is about home. So I'm not surprised by this. So this card is about really looking at your immediate home life, inner life, before you go outside yourself. My mom growing up used to always tell me, I was always big into service work. No surprise. I was always volunteering and doing service work in high school and things like that. And she used to always say that this is kind of she's throwing me shade for sure, but she would always tell me that I was doing work outside the home, but that I wasn't doing the work inside the home. She felt like I could have been kinder to her or maybe nicer to my siblings or whatever, and she felt like I was doing it outside but not inside. And I was always annoyed by that. But as I got older, I understood that, especially doing this kind of work. I mean, what's the point of me doing all this healing work and supporting you guys if it's not happening at home? So there's always this balance, right? So this is what this card is about. It's even the outside success that you may want and that you're working towards and that it's beautiful and it's important, will only go so far if your inner, your personal life, your inner life is not having the same amount of attention. So this is a card to remind you of that. And that may be personally inside my own home, right? And that could be your physical body, or the actual space, the home that I live in, the people I live in, the people who are closest to me, family, things like that. Are there any weird things that have not been healed, right? Sometimes I see people who are trying to make more money or something, but they have a weird relationship with their father, and it has to do with money. So if that relationship is not healed or looked at least, then it's going to be very hard to have that other thing that they're working towards. So this is just a reminder to look at some of your most personal relationships and see the dynamic and see if anything needs to be healed or understood in a different way in order to get that other thing that you're looking for. Okay, so it's not a fun card, but it's real. All right. And it just also means that your home stuff is getting better, that also means personal finances, and that home is going to get better. Your situation, your personal relationships are going to get better. So it's also a good sign that things are getting better in that department. Okay, card number 2. I feel like we see this card a lot. Be strong. Okay. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So let me feel into this one for today. See if we're getting anything different. This is very much, I'm looking at the third eye on her necklace. know if you guys can see that, but this card is just speaking to me about you know what is the right path for you, and the only thing keeping you from that path and from all the things that you want is this idea that you're not strong enough to handle it, or that you possibly couldn't make that happen. You know, that somehow everybody else can make it happen, but like you can't. And this is a solar plexus issue, and a lot of solar plexus, other than home stuff, also solar plexus stuff is coming up these last few weeks. So really looking at your own inner strength, you have the strength. That's what this is saying. And this is also a good sign to like move forward in the direction that you're thinking about, because you're going to do well, but not without, you know, having a better conversation with yourself, having better self-mothering skills, making sure that you're nurturing and soothing and talking to yourself kindly so that you can move ahead. Because strong is not about like, okay, let's just like pain, you know, numb all the pain and just move forward. Strong is like, I take every step. I'm very aware. I'm giving myself like everything that I need in order to move ahead. So that's what this card is about. Let's see what else for you guys. This is also a call to leadership. So if you're not like, if you're feeling like, you know, that maybe you've been a follower for a long time and you're really feeling called to having more of a voice or being more of a leader in your job or in your community, in your family, whatever it may be, like this is a call to leadership. So definitely taking more of a leadership role, that it's the right fit for you. And, you know, and sometimes you have to ask to be in leadership position, so making sure that you're asking that and you're moving forward with that. You know, and assures that your strength, as you trust in your strength, you will have a happy outcome. So trust in your own strength, invest in your own strength, and you will have a happy outcome. And that's it, guys. That's our cards for today. Thanks for being here with me. I hope to see you tonight in the webinar. And if you are not having a hard time, but you know somebody who is, I would just be super grateful if you would share the link. Who, you know, anybody who's trying to let go of like that last relationship and they won't let it go, pass it on to your friends if you're not in that situation. Okay? Thank you, and I will see you the rest of this week.